This segment is brought to you by Terrebonne Ford, built Ford tough. All right, welcome back. We now have the new Lafourche Parish president on with us, Mitch Orgeron. And there you see our new parish president. He was sworn in on Friday, August 1st. And Mitch, good to see you, sir. How are you?
Doing well, Martin. Good to see you, and thanks for having me.
Oh, anytime. I want to get you on because, saw the swearing in and the different things, but you've been intricate in the government. You've worked through it. You were punching a lot of numbers, making it happen for Archie. Now you got the realm. So just describe, how's that make you feel? Probably gives you a little confidence moving in, knowing that you were punching the numbers.
Definitely a confidence boost. Look, coming in 5 years ago from industry as opposed to being in the seat for 5.5 years and moving up to parish president is a completely different animal. Really, we get to hit the ground running. And that's the beauty for me to be able to move up into the job is that we really don't have to miss a beat. It's simply business as usual for us. We continue conducting the normal operational items that we have. Same thing from a strategy perspective. We still got some recovery from Hurricane Ida that we're focusing on. As you saw recently, we cut some ribbons on some buildings, particularly the health unit in South Lafourche and the tourism center in Raceland. We still have numerous projects in the pipeline that we got to continue to move along.
Yeah, and like I said, you have sort of a catbird seat because you've been working the numbers and the finances. But of course, when everybody gets in a new position, they all want to put their stamp on that new position. Anything in mind that you would like to see personally get through?
Sure. I've been asked that question, and it's something I've actually been thinking about, over the last couple of weeks since Archie told us that he was going to be moving on to something different. One of the things that we're always hearing about is drainage, right? We've been utilizing a work order system. Now we've actually gathered enough data so we can go and do some data analytics and really make some better decisions on how we respond to work requests. And then actually put some tablets in the hands of our supervisors so they can go and make real-time decisions out in the field. So that's just one example where we want to utilize technology more to be able to provide a better service to our people here in the parish. Economic development, we've hired an economic developer, right? Ms. Christy Lumpkin's done a really good job for her. She's executed business retention visits. We've stood up the industrial development board. But now we need to do a better job at marketing Lafourche Parish, and we also need to create a strategic plan. That way we can actually execute on what we want to do and achieve the goals that we have for economic development and recreation too. We've spent a lot of money following Hurricane Ida to repair our parks. Well, we need to capitalize that and start working with our tourism folks so maybe we can get some recreational tourism in and around the parish, but not just for our parks, our boat launches, et cetera, so that we can focus on those quality of life items also.
A lot of people sometimes say, well, they only have one Bayou to worry about, but y'all have 100 miles. When we used to ride on the beat with the police in Lafourche, I'm going, my God, this is the longest parish, but you got a lot to worry about, don't you?
Yep, parish is 30 miles wide and 100 miles long. And look, we're a very diverse parish. One of the things that I always think back about is, my grandfather always instilled in me values and also how we're so interconnected. Well, it doesn't matter whether it's South Lafourche or those folks up in Thibodaux, Raceland. We've always been interconnected. It's whether it's through ancestry, whether it's through trade across the parish, through our economics. All of that's really important. And without each other, really Lafourche is but individual segments. And that's really not how we look at it. It's one Lafourche, and together we really do work well.
Yeah, you could work miracles if you could make Central Lafourche and South Lafourche, that rivalry, not be so big, right?
Only in football.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, but isn't that nice to see when rivals come together on projects, doing different things? We often talked about that in Terrebonne when Vanderbilt plays E.D. White and you tend to want to hate each other when you're playing, but when you get out and you're working with different people, that'd make it fun.
It really does. And, you know, my father, for example, works at Bollinger Shipyard, and they give each other a hard time quite all the time. And I have a number of work colleagues that are from Thibodaux and the central area of the parish, and we mess with each other as well. But, you know, that's really what makes us unique is the fact that we can argue, but at the same time, do a lot of great things together. And I know Terrebonne Parish has some similar consistencies there. But, you know, that's really what makes Southeast Louisiana unique, in my opinion.
Yeah. Well, look, we look forward to seeing you. We got Sports on the Bayou starting soon, so we want our Lafourche Parish president to come say hello every now and then and come get a bite with us during the show. But congratulations, Mitch, and good luck. And anytime you want to come on, you know, the door's open.
Thank you, Martin. Appreciate for you having me on, and I look forward to going and visit with you.
All right. There you have it. Once again, Mitch Orgeron, the parish president of Lafourche. We'll take a break. We'll be back. This segment was brought to you by Terrebonne Ford. Built Ford tough.